Hello, welcome, hello. Wanna stick around for the stream? We got 3:35 a.m. What the heck? Don't watch this. Don't watch this then. Go to bed. Or you can leave it on and fall asleep to it. Either one. But today we're gonna watch a documentary about Mothman, a winged owl beast of West Virginia. I don't know much about Mothman. All I know, the only Mothman I know is the one from that SpongeBob episode. And he like wanted the big light lamp. That's it. That's all I know about it. But yeah, I guess we'll just get started then. Oh yeah, and there's gonna be ads. Plus, I have to pause to make sure that it's, you know, whatever the heck, fair use and whatnot. Okay. All right, let's go.
Have the biggest red eyes.
There's a 6-foot bird and massive wings. And I asked her,
Wait, is that the subtitles? Yeah.
how big the wingspan was. She said about 10 to 12 feet.
Is Point Pleasant haunted?
Yes.
Haunted? Oh snap, wood. Oh, that was a cool effect,
I'm
actually.
here in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, the little Appalachian town with a big monster history.
Oh, snap.
It's home to one of America's most notorious...
Whoa, are these skeleton overalls? What the heck? That's actually kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. But it's also a little tacky.
legends, Mothman.
Oh
Described as a humanoid creature with massive wings and glowing red eyes, this man with
that looks
wings
cool.
was first spotted in this...
Wait, can you really call it a man? And it's always weird, like all these like cryptid creatures, they're all like weirdly lanky and like human-esque. I don't know. I don't really get it. I feel like they're lying. They're up to something.
This area in the 1960s and has been a fixture of life in Point Pleasant ever since. The monster
has?
is a perfect example of iconic modern American folklore.
Wow.
There's even a Mothman statue in the
Oh
middle
snap! He kind of looks like a mecha Godzilla creature.
of downtown. Hi. It speaks to the idea that this really is modern folklore. It came from this town. Like, we're staking this.
The legend of the Mothman. On a chilly fall night in November 1966, two young couples drove into the TNT area of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, when they realized they were not alone. When they saw the night has evolved, and hence the Mothman legacy began. It has grown a phenomenon. It sparks world reality. Bob Roach. That's an unfortunate name.
This spot.
The Mothman
in this
will
part
eat
of the
him.
World as Mothman. So they're really uniting Mothman and Point Pleasant and West Virginia. On
Is that just for tourism? Is that just to boost tourism? I could believe that.
December 15th, 1967, this paranormal activity culminated in a very real tragedy, the collapse of Silver Bridge. Some claimed Mothman was the cause of the accident. Others say he was actually meant to forewarn the town of the catastrophe.
Oh, so some people think he's a
But how
hero.
do you explain the Mothman phenomenon? Was it an elaborate hoax, or did people simply mistake something real for an imaginary creature? Or maybe it was something truly so bizarre that it just can't be easily explained.
What are you talking about? How do you explain the Mothman phenomenon? They saw Mothman. It's simple as that. Why you gotta complicate things? You're like, it must have been another thing. No, that's the easiest answer. They just saw a Mothman. Idiots. Oh, well,
I'm
look at that
Dr.
eyeball.
Zarka, and this is Monstra.
I hope that music's not copyrighted.
On November 12th, 1966, in Clendenin, West Virginia, 5 gravediggers claimed to have seen what they describe as a man with wings gliding over their heads.
It was actually just Batman, probably. He was born in like the 40s, and so he was right at the age to be seen in the 60s. Or it could be Hawkman. Or another superhero. I don't know.
Eyewitness Kenneth Duncan later said the being was gliding through the trees and was in sight for about a minute. But it was here where Mothman became a legend. I'm at the spot of what is widely believed to be the earliest officially reported Mothman sighting, what used to be the West Virginia Ordnance Works munitions plant, better known as the TNT area.
Whoa, that's a lot of trees.
On November...
This looks like a horror movie setting. This looks like generic horror movie setting that, like people use in their movies. They're like, oh, we gotta go to West Virginia to film this scene. They got the trees, they got the lighting, they got the road, the single road, and an off trail. This is the perfect place.
November 15th, 1966, two young married couples, Roger and Linda Scarberry and Steve and Mary Millette, were driving around the TNT area.
Oh my god, look at this real life, real recreation footage. I think the intro is too short to be copyrighted. I hope so. But oh my god, look at this recreated footage. This is insane.
When they reportedly spotted what looked like a man with large wings standing in the middle of the road. Steve described the creature as being 6 or 7 feet tall, with a 10-foot wingspan and red eyes, about 2 inches in diameter and 6 inches apart.
Wait a minute. Like 6 to 7 feet, but then he has a 10 feet wingspan. Wouldn't that like be well, I guess it kind of depends on what his wings are made out of, right? Or is he like, do you think his wings are more like bat-like? Or, because they call him Mothman, so are they more like insect-like? They're like big butterfly wings, or I guess moth wings. I don't know. Because if they're if they're like bat ones, then don't his bones need to be like really light to pick him off the ground, since he's 6 feet tall, plus his wings? Maybe that's why he's walking. He can't even fly. He's a fraud.
Linda claimed she couldn't see a head or arms, but also saw glowing red eyes when the car headlights hit the figure, who
they hit
seemed
him
to shy away from the light.
Oh.
Frightened, they quickly sped away from the figure, but shortly after, while traveling along Route 6...
Whoa, did it go after them? Route 62? I ain't never heard of that one.
62, they spotted it again. This time, it followed them.
That's pretty cool. Why were they alone on the road? How late was it? Did they say the time? I wasn't paying attention. They probably did, but I wasn't paying attention.
They claimed they couldn't shake the creature, even when the car reached speeds as fast as 100 miles an hour. This is Denny Bellamy, the Mason County Visitors Bureau Executive Director. Denny has lived in the Point Pleasant, Mason County area for over 60 years.
I was in the 3rd grade. My neighbors saw it, said there's a 6-foot bird with...
But that's not you. Can we interview the neighbor? We need to talk to the neighbor, not this guy. We need to talk to the neighbor. Unless the neighbor's dead already. He's probably... That's possible.
With big red eyes and massive wings.
Massive wings.
Chasing cars in the TNT, and in fact, it kept up with Roger Scarberry's 57 Chevy. It's right on this road. This road, as you can see, is like a drag strip. And that's what Roger Scarberry was doing out here, was drag racing. There were scratch marks on the ceiling of his car, and he was upset, and he was scared.
Wait, is that one of the couples? It's the Scarberries? I don't remember. But if that was them, why are they drag racing with their wives and stuff? I mean, I get that, you know, they want to do it too, but I don't really get it. Is that like a fun nighttime activity for these people in West Virginia? Why don't they? Is there any? Why are all the photos just like drawings? I want like actual photos. At least give me like the Bigfoot photo with like really blurry camera.
Shaken by the experience, the group drove straight to the sheriff's office to file a report around 2 a.m. that morning.
2 a.m.
Officers immediately set out to investigate. But by the time they arrived at the TNT site, no evidence of the...
Well, this is just like a stock photo of it. This isn't like in the evidence, is it? This could be anywhere. This doesn't have to be in West Virginia. This could be in like Poland or something. It don't have to be in West Virginia.
The creature could be found. I'm here at the Point Pleasant Public Library doing some research, looking through their archive. There's a lot of stuff here that I'm super excited to explore. This is a copy of the original Point Pleasant register of the first Mothman sighting.
Crash kills 30? What the heck? What happened in the top one? Crash kills 30, injures over 200. Is that what happened? Couple see man-sized bird creature something. Surgery successful. LBJ's condition said satisfactory. Junior high honor roll revealed. Ooh. Local newspapers are weird. Like, you look back at them and like you don't know anything unless you actually live in that town.
Wednesday, November 16th, so that would have been the morning after. Couple sees man-sized bird, creature, something. Well, there's drawings. Scarsbury eyewitness sketch of Mothman,
oh, snap.
Verified by others.
It looks like a... Frick, what is that? What does that look like? It looks kind of like a Pac-Man ghost, but it also kind of looks like a Neopet. It also has Mimikyu eyes. Mimikyu from Pokemon. That's kind of cool. But it has weird legs. So does it not have a neck? Do you think it's all connected in this thing and then it just has legs? Because that's what they saw. And how come it's not colored? They could have just added red. But it is, what's the word? I guess this is just... Is this a police sketch? I doubt it.
One of the original eyewitnesses. Both were slightly pale and tired from lack of sleep during the night following their harrowing experience. If I had seen it while by myself, I wouldn't have said anything, but there were 4 of us who saw it. They speculated that the thing was living in the vacant power plant, possibly in one of the huge boilers.
In the boiler?
In all the other buildings, but not in that one. This is new info. I love finding new info. I really do.
Inquisitive music.
This was a top secret government facility.
Oh, snap! They're gonna say, guys, they're gonna say Mothman is man-made and he's a government conspiracy. Oh my god. Do you think Mothman would be dead then? If, like, they got first sighting of him? Or maybe, like, Mothman isn't escaped. Oh, hello, welcome. I just saw you guys. Welcome. I gotta pause this constantly so I can have, it can be transformative. You know how it is.
Made all the explosives for the atomic bomb. It employed all the people from the town. You would come to work here onto a bus that all the windows were blacked out of, so you couldn't see anything of the facility.
Oh, snap.
They drove you right to where you were working. You did your job. You got back on the bus, and they never saw anything. And the day we dropped the bomb on Hiroshima, they closed the facility.
Oh, snap.
That was it. They were done.
Wait, so are they I don't understand. They said it was a top secret government project, but they, like, is the government, not forced, what's the word? Do they have to disclose what they were doing? Especially if it was, like, radioactive stuff. Right? How are you today? I'm okay. I had a hard time sleeping last night. But I'm fine now, because it's nighttime now. Alright, we're gonna...
go look at the bunkers that give the TNT area its name. It's where they stored the explosives, the TNT, and nitroglycerin.
Nitroglycerin?
That's creepy.
This is where they stored explosives, and when we first started bringing people out here, there were still rusted cans of gunpowder.
So here's definitely some Mothman graffiti. I mean, we have the humanoid structure, we have the wings, the big, you can see 2 large eyes. Yes.
Do you think Mothman drew that himself? Or itself? Or their self? Do you think Mothman is actually a man who became Moth? Oh, is it like in Batman? There's that one enemy in Batman who's called Man-Bat, and he made a what's the thing? He made like a serum or whatever to change his DNA structure, and he became like bat-like. I think it was to cure something, but it messed up and he became Man-Bat. Do you think it's something similar like that? Some guy wanted to use moth DNA into his DNA, and he became Mothman. But moths don't live that long, right? Well, actually, I wouldn't know.
Mothman. I grew up in forests, but there's something about the abandoned building and the legends and the real history that there's a spooky vibe. I mean, it's honestly really, really creepy. We're walking into one of the buildings that used to be part of the TNT site. So we're gonna go in, we have no idea what's inside. It's pitch black. Let's see what happens.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know how far back.
Whoa, what the, that guy had a mustache. Did you see that? Oh, no, let me go back just a little bit.
Okay.
Look at him. He has a mustache. That's Mothman. That was Mothman before the moth. That was Mothman before moth. That was just man. Oh my god. Man-Bat was deaf. Oh, is that what he wanted to fix? I don't remember. Butterflies, moths only live for a couple of days. So the one and only sighting, he's already dead. And he got hit by a car.
Okay, I don't know how far back it goes. Look at these cool lights. It's small, it's really dark. And I don't know what it was used for, and there's stuff everywhere.
Dang, the echo. That would be a good, place to film, like, or not film. What's the word? Host something. Because of the echo, that'd be pretty cool.
It looks like it could be haunted, especially by the workers who used to be here. You never know. Ooh, and I just kicked something.
Well, we saw the trash on the floor. She's like, oh my god, I kicked something, guys. Oh my god, it was definitely something important. Did you see the trash on the floor? It was like thousands of cans in there. It's probably just a bunch of homeless people living in there. Like, come on.
Now I'm more creeped out not to have been in that building.
I haven't lost a film crew yet, but you never know out here.
Over the following 3 days.
Whoa, what the heck? Did you see that? Hold on. Look at those computers. Look at that. That thing's old. That's kind of an old printer too. It's not that old. But look at that computer. Oh my god. That one's still in 3:4 aspect ratio. Hold on. When was this made? When was this made? 2019. 2019. There's no way. Dang. West Virginia, what's this place called? Pleasant Point. Pleasant Point in West Virginia. They gotta update their tech.
Over the following 3 days after the November 15th sighting, at
did you see that one?
more people reported.
Oh, whoa, look at that one. That one was cool.
15th sighting, at least 8 more people.
This one, he looks like a form of like Comin Rider or something. That one's epic. Mothman like Spider-Man bitten by a moth. That one looks cool. Oh my god. Do you think these kind of things are just like God playing pranks on people? Maybe.
Reported similar creatures.
My brother said, well, don't look, but there's something there beside the car. If I'd rolled my window down, I just could have touched it. And then it jumped on the hood and just sat there and just squatted kind of and looked at us. But it did have the biggest red eyes, and it run right past the car, and it jumped up in the air and just opened up the biggest pretty set of bird wings, because you could see the feathers in it and everything. Just opened them up and just went off in the night.
Wait,
like
bird,
that.
not
For
moth?
1 year, starting in November 1966, over 100 eyewitnesses reported accounts of the Mothman in this area. Almost all agreed.
Oh my god, I wanna go to West Virginia. I wanna go to Pleasant Point, West Virginia. and I want to do like the Scooby-Doo gang. I want to be Scooby-Doo gang, except I'll be solo. I'll go solo. Well, I might adopt a dog just for that, but you know what? I'll be Scooby-Doo gang, and I'll go there and I'll try to figure it out. I will be the one to put this legend to truth. Maybe.
On the same points. The monster was as large or is larger than a big man. It had wings but no feathers and took off into the air straight like a helicopter, gliding through the sky.
Wait, that's contradictory evidence. She said there were feathers, but then that one said that there aren't feathers. So are there feathers or not feathers? And if it's a moth, then it shouldn't have feathers, but it should have like fuzz, because moths have fuzz. They have that like weird neck fuzz.
Its face was indistinguishable besides two large glowing red eyes. The town's population was so intrigued by the creature that hundreds of local residents, some armed, went hunting for the winged figure.
There was a police officer directing traffic. There was so much traffic out here. One of the sheriff's deputies had to come out.
Newspapers are often the first indicators of an emerging legend. They
It
help
is?
rumors become lore as more variations
Lore?
are published and told to the public.
Real life lore? Oh snap, real life lore. It's like that one meme. It's like life gameplay versus life lore. They're hiding something.
Public. Mothman was no exception. He even received his famous title from an anonymous Ohio newspaper copy editor who likely gave the mysterious bird the name Mothman after the famous comic book character Batman,
Wait, what?
who was the subject of a popular TV show at the time.
But
Later that month, the Beckley Herald-Dispatch renamed the Mothman as the Mason Bird Monster, but that didn't quite stick.
Oh.
Were the Mothman eyewitnesses in the 1960s really seeing a monster? Some people certainly saw something in the night sky.
Okay.
The sheer number of sightings might be an example of the psychological and social phenomenon known as mass hysteria.
Oh.
The textbook definition of mass hysteria says it is a form of mass contagion in which an irrational belief or behavior grips a group or community.
Well, who says that it's irrational? You know, I'm just saying there could be weird flying bug / birdman in sky doing stuff. But it wouldn't make sense. Why would he live that long? Because this was made in... Well, like, shoots like these, they typically do it, like, a year or two in advance. So, like, let's say, like, 2018. If the first sighting was 1966, then doesn't that mean there must be a whole race or a species, a collectionary species of Mothmen or moth humans? But for some reason, we just don't see them. Only at night, and we can't. It's like everyone's eyes turns into like security cameras, and becomes like everything becomes 8-bit when they look at it.
The size of a small town like Point Pleasant offered a unique social environment.
Did?
Residents either had a Mothman story themselves or knew someone who did.
Oh.
Which allowed the story to circulate in a relatively closed inner network that could bolster the belief.
Oh, was
in
that
the creature.
was that a roof garden? Did you guys see that? Whoa, look at that. Is that a roof garden? That's kind of nice. It might not be, and it could just be, like, weird stuff. But it looks like a roof garden. I can't tell.
In a relatively closed inner network that could bolster the belief in the creature. What is undoubtedly very real is the event that stopped the Mothman sightings of the 1960s. On December 15th, 1967, exactly 13 months after the first reported sighting of Mothman, an estimated 31 cars and trucks plunged into the Ohio River after the bridge connecting Ohio and West Virginia collapsed. 64 people went into the water. 46 of them died.
Oh, snap.
It officially ended the Mothman. That's what ended the story.
Wait.
That was it. When the bridge fell, no one wanted to hear about the Mothman.
Oh, I see.
It was ultimately discovered that a single eye bar, 55 feet long, fractured, causing the pin holding it in place to become loose and the tragic chain of events to follow. Survivors and witnesses recall that the bridge shook violently before it collapsed. Some even say they saw Mothman on the bridge days before. This is really where the myth of the Mothman as a harbinger of death started.
But did any of the victims see Mothman? And was it in the daytime or at night? Because if they saw him before in the daytime, wouldn't he be easier to spot? Right? I don't understand.
Was he a warning to the townspeople, or a cursed being bringing destruction with him? Some people speculated that Mothman and the bridge collapse had something to do with a rumored legend known as the Curse of Cornstalk. A Shawnee leader of the allied indigenous people, Chief Cornstalk and his men fought in the Battle of Point Pleasant against colonial troops in 1774.
Oh.
Local legend in Point Pleasant said that with his dying breath, Cornstalk cursed the town for 200 years. Some people even speculated that the Mothman was sent by Cornstalk himself from beyond the grave. But in 2006, it was revealed that the rumored Curse of Cornstalk was nothing more than a myth.
What?
A rediscovered historical pageant play was found in an old grade school in Point Pleasant that includes Cornstalk's curse. Most likely, the playwright added it in to give the performance a little more drama. And the energies of its people paralyzed by the stain of our blood.
Wait, then why'd you give us this piece of evidence that you're immediately gonna say is factually wrong? You could've just skipped over that. We wouldn't even have to be here in this portion of the thingy.
So saying, he fell dead by the side of his son. There's the curse. Maybe the Mothman sightings can be explained by something from the natural world. It was proposed early on that the Mothman was actually a sandhill crane.
Oh.
When a West Virginia University professor told the press in an article published December 1st, 1966, quote, "I definitely believe that's what these people are seeing."
Yeah, but that's boring. We don't want to just see, it was just a crane. It was just a crane. But that doesn't explain the glowing red eyes. Well, actually it kind of does. Because when you glow, like, lights, when you have, like, high beams on an animal, sometimes the reflection in their eyes will come back red. Which is why, sometimes when you take a photo with flash, you'll get red eyes. And it's actually kind of weird. But it's also kind of interesting. But still, but how would it be, 6 to 7 feet? I don't know, it has to be, like, a real big crane then, right?
This is the sandhill crane. Dr. Robert Smith of the West Virginia University Biology Department said the description fits that of a sandhill crane. Sandhill cranes have an average wingspan of around 6.5 feet.
That's not
and
10
are about
feet,
3
though.
to 4 feet tall.
Wait, what?
They also happen to have red patches around their eyes. But Dr. Z, you may be wondering, do sandhill cranes ever make it to West Virginia?
Do you think she's an actual doctor, or is that just, like, a title? Like Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil's not technically a doctor? I don't know.
The answer is yes. Because I am a crazy bird person and this Mothman thing was driving me insane, I contacted the Cornell Lab of Ornithology for sandhill crane data from the 1960s.
Oh.
While they couldn't give me anything from that time period, I did find that sightings of sandhill cranes happen today. At least 28 of them have been spotted in West Virginia between January 2017 and August 2019, sometimes in large groups. Brenda Knight, the sister-in-law of one of the November 15 witnesses, said, quote, "We all thought it was a mutant sandhill crane because of the toxins in the swamp."
Whoa, hold up. That's actually kind of cool. It might be a mutant. Because they said, like, the government was up to something. So maybe they, like, polluted the lake with, like, radioactive stuff. And it created some kind of weird giant version. It's like Pokemon, with the Gigantamax Pokemon.
Maybe Brenda was onto something. She wasn't the only one to think that illegally dumped chemicals had caused animal mutations. The munitions plant that gave the TNT area its name was built during World War II to produce and store explosives from 1942 to 1945. After the war, much of the land was given to the Department of Natural Resources.
Oh.
It became a wildlife reserve in 1966 and is now called the McClintock Wildlife Management Area. The mutation theory might have a little more validity to it than some of the other explanations. In 1981, a redwater seep was discovered in the area, which led to the realization that contamination had occurred.
Oh, snap.
The red water is a result of a cold water and cellite mixture used to rinse the TNT. According to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the red water was discharged directly to the Ohio River through a pipe located about 1 foot offshore.
Why are they throwing it out in Ohio? What's wrong with Ohio? Couldn't they have... Aren't they supposed to, like, discharge it somewhere else? What? Why do people always talk trash about Ohio? I don't really get it.
After becoming part of the national priority list in 1983, cleanup became the focus and groundwater extraction was completed in 1997.
Oh, that's a long time.
So how could you explain Mothman's infamous glowing red eyes? Another type of bird was quickly thrown out as a possible explanation to the humanoid flying creature, one known for its silent nocturnal flights. Owls. It's always owls. Bird's eyes appear.
Wow, look at that one.
Right.
That's epic. He has the red eyes. Oh my god, he's a Satan owl. He's a Satan owl, which is kind of cool, but also kind of weird. Down in Ohio, so... Why is it always Ohio, huh? What did Ohio ever do to you, or anybody?
Light is shined at them because of the vascular membrane that shows through the pigment layer of the retina, an effect referred to as eye shine. One owl is known for its very dramatic eye shine. The barred owl is a large species with a rounded head common throughout the southeast that prefers to roost in old trees and...
Oh, hey, now that I think about it, it kind of does look like that. Cause all the drawings, he doesn't really have a neck or anything like that. He's just like no neck, man. Or it's just torso, head, and then legs. No neck. So I could see why that would be that, but how would it be big enough? Unless the people were lying about its size.
Than open forests. Extra blood vessels around their eyes make them glow more red than other species. Officials at the McClintock Wildlife Management Area told the Audubon Society, who also looked at owls as an explanation for Mothman, that the area has a healthy population of this species. Some people in Point Pleasant argue that Mothman was really just a lost weather balloon or even an elaborate hoax.
Wait, that's lame. That's lame. That's boring. That's a boring answer. Why is it always a weather balloon? They always just blame it on weather balloons. Weather balloons can't run away, or have red eyes, or have wings. I don't think it's mutation in Ukraine power plants that blew up. All dogs are radioactive but look basically the same.
A local rumor exists alongside Mothman himself. One about a local teenage prankster who found it fun to jump out at cars driving at night in the TNT area while wearing a Halloween costume. Hoaxes like these could have happened on more than one occasion, but that doesn't really explain the Mothman phenomenon.
Wait, is that the exact costume, or is that just a drawing of the costume? Because if that's the costume, then it's like, well, okay, that makes sense. But if it's not that costume, then it doesn't really work. He could be dressed as like the Scream mask, which a lot of people dressed as. I remember being in elementary school and it would be Halloween, and like you can wear your costume to Halloween, and like a lot of people wore the Scream mask. I don't really know why. It was weird. I never watched the Scream movies. I watched Scary Movie 3, but that's about it. And then they spoof on the Scream movie. Didn't they make a new one recently? A Scream movie? I don't remember.
You're probably wondering how we've gotten this far without mentioning the Mothman prophecies. Written by John Keel, the book and its 2002 film adaptation are the most important texts for how the legend took root outside of Point Pleasant.
It is?
Keel was a journalist and paranormal investigator who went to Point Pleasant in December 1966 to explore the Mothman and other supernatural sightings in the area. He interviewed a lot of the original witnesses and even claimed to have experience with what he calls ultra-terrestrials. I read the whole thing, and it's a doozy. Honestly, the book seems more concerned about UFOs and men in black than Mothman.
Unless Mothman is an alien, that would explain why they're so far and few. And maybe that's why he runs away. He runs away to his spaceship, and he flies away, and then waits for like the next night, or the next night, or the next night.
Regardless of how factual the Mothman prophecies is, or not, the 1975 book and the movie did have one indisputable result. They made Mothman globally recognized and turned the town of Point Pleasant into a tourist destination.
Oh.
Quite frankly, I mean, there's only one Mothman and there's only one Point Pleasant. People were really interested in that, although I wasn't. And
what?
Actually, the town wasn't. The town didn't believe it, although there kept on being sightings. The newspaper kept writing about it. But
what is that drawing? What is this drawing? This is lame. That's a lame sketch. You expect me to think that, oh my god, Mothman. That one's Mothman. No, that just looks like that looks like a hummingbird. What if Mothman is Owlman? A new crime fighter, perhaps?
It was mostly tongue-in-cheek. It was all that. Quite frankly, still is today for most. One time someone said, we'd like to talk to some people that don't believe in the Mothman. I said, pick anyone on Main Street.
1 year after the movie came out, they erected a statue of him on Main Street in 2003.
We're dedicating the statue, and we're all kind of, the mayor and everyone's kind of like, oh, geez, you know. The mayor has to speak at the dedication. I go over to see what's going on. I have to come back. I said, you probably ought to put a suit and tie on. He said, what's going on? I said, CBS is here.
CBS?
Sunday morning. Bill Geist is out.
He's dressed like the Colonel, like the KFC Colonel with that white suit. And he has white hair too. Except the Colonel wasn't balding. At least I don't think he was.
That's Willie Geist's father, and that's how it started. When Bill Geist showed up, I became a Mothman believer that day, and I haven't slowed down since.
In 2005, a whole Mothman museum opened up, created by Jeff Wall.
Wait, so they're lying. They don't even believe in it themselves. They're just doing it for clout. What the heck? You can't do that. I thought they said it like, oh my god, everyone believes in it. Everyone has mass hysteria and everything. But they don't believe in it themselves. It's lies. It's all a lie.
Walmsley, Point Pleasant resident and local Mothman expert, it sees thousands of visitors a year.
A lot of the movies.
This guy's definitely a cryptozoologist. I'm just saying he definitely has the like the hair for it. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Props that we have here in the museum were donated, and that was kind of like the catalyst to get the museum going. The Mothman Festival was started back in 2002. It's a big boom to the tourism here. I mean, with the festival and the museum, people have embraced it. You know, you still have skeptics, which is fine. I mean, you know, I'm not out to convince anybody of anything. I mean, everything in the museum is for people to decide for themselves.
Wait, it said who were the Men in Black. What did the Men in Black have to do with it? Was Mothman in the Men in Black movie? I don't know. I haven't watched Men in Black in a really long time, so I wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe he's an alien, or maybe it connects back to what we watched last week with Hollow Earth theory, and maybe Mothman lives inside the Earth instead of above it.
Sure that they really wanted the Mothman in our town, and but the Mothman Festival grew every year. We had to. They were all coming. We had no choice. Tourism has grown and grown, and our entire state has embraced it now. That is in one weekend a year. The entire town will tell you anything you want to know about the Mothman, and we just enjoy looking at everybody.
Nacho Libre. Did you see that? No, not you.
And
this one, Nacho Libre. Why is he here? Is he a Mothman believer? And what's with this one? It looks like some weird B-movie costume. Why is he furry over there? That's kind of weird. That's a weird place to have fur. I thought it should be around here. But I guess not.
We just enjoy looking at everybody.
Mothman pancake! Wait, what's that? What's that? Mothman pancake! Yo, I know where we gotta go next year, or this year, or I don't know when it is. Is that olives though? I don't like olives.
Just enjoy looking at everybody. And it's entertaining for us.
Darth Vader!
How much money is made, on average, now at least, for Mothman?
Probably 2 million flows down our
2
main street
million?
on that weekend, which is probably more than the rest of the year.
You know, we attract 10 to 12,000 people. So the town's population doubles. You know, the local people, they're used to it. I mean, they're used to the attention and everything. And don't get me wrong, Point Pleasant has a lot to offer rather than just Mothman, you know. Native American history, riverboat history, farm museum, river museum, all that kind of stuff. To me, I think, you know, the Mothman story is just a nice way to get people attention. They come here and they like, oh, you know, we got the flood wall murals, you know, we got the river museum. I don't see anything negative about it, you know.
With the help of the internet, Mothman has become a global phenomenon. Online rumors circulate
Mothman
frequently,
Wiki.
some claiming that he was spotted before the Chernobyl disaster and even in the smoke of the towers at 9/11.
What the heck? That's impossible. Are they saying that he's the one responsible for it? Is that what they're saying? How fast can this guy fly?
Most recently, the largest number of Mothman sightings in one area occurred in Chicago in 2017. There were more than 20 reports of a winged humanoid in Chicago from April to July of that year. Whether you believe in him or not,
Vampires. That's what it actually is. Just vampires. Do you think there is... Well, I don't know. Do you think there is a humanoid winged species? Or that there will be one? Do you think it's possible? I mean, I imagine that it is technically possible with the correct environmental changes. But I don't know.
Mothman has become a cultural touchstone, a monster myth that inspires both fear and fascination. Legends only truly take root when they become a subject of conflicting opinions. They are born in stories told and retold with countless contradictions, additions, and disputes. Mothman is no different. He's been demonized and deified in almost equal measure. Mothman shows us how a local phenomenon can become a global sensation. People identify with Mothman. He's a rumor and an outcast, a monster who was ultimately embraced by the small town that once feared him. Whether the people of Point Pleasant like it or not, Mothman is now part of their town's identity. It can even be argued that the people of Point Pleasant embraced the creature because it made their little part of the world visible to a lot more people. Like other small towns, a portion...
What is this music? This is like MCU, like when something big is about to happen. What the heck? It's like, oh my god, Mothman, he's gonna appear, he's gonna make a public appearance, and he's gonna destroy like 10 buildings.
Of the town's economic survival depends on its ability to attract outsiders. It does feel like a ruin, and I always think that ruins carry some kind of energy that allows them to attract myths like this. I'm not surprised being here now that there were so many Mothman sightings. I'm actually not. I don't know. I think it's probably a bird.
Some
kind of giant
it can't
bird,
be.
Maybe mutated, maybe just abnormally large and freakish, but there's something. And the way this forest is so creepy, there's definitely a way that imagination could have run wild. 100%. Personal opinion.
No.
I have also been in a lot of creepy forests, and this one tastes the cake. I don't know. If I was a monster, this is where I'd hang out. A legend survives when it is able to adapt to the current cultural moment. The Mothman has done this astonishingly well. He's gone from mysterious humanoid to prophetic demon, guardian angel to ultra-terrestrial, scary monster to cute cryptid, and everything in between.
Alright, well that's pretty much it. But were there no like actual pictures? I know in 1966 like people didn't have cell phones, but they said like in Chicago in like 2006 or whatever, like that they had phones. They had phones then. They had, you know, camera phones. Why were there no photos then? Why is there always photos of Bigfoot but never anything else? Well, there is that photo of the Loch Ness Monster too. But if this one's been seen so much, how come there's no photos? That's upsetting. That's upsetting. I want him to be real. I want him to be real. I want him to fly around and pick me up and I can ride on his back, or he can sing the Aladdin song.
Interestingly, no witness has ever reported this creature harmed a human. Maybe he really is just your friendly neighborhood Mothman.
Oh, snap. He's a friend. He's a friend. Oh, well, he's fine then. He's fine. You think, plus she told the legend wrong? Eh? Wait, so they said that, in, like, the Native American curse about, like, the curse of the corn. We'll have to go. Alright, no problem. Thanks for stopping by and watching this with me. I hope you enjoyed it. But anyways, since, like, there was that, and then they said that, oh, it was actually just this. Or, no, we found it in a screenplay about this, but that doesn't necessarily disqualify, right? Right? You know, I'm just saying. And people tend to believe that, like, you know, they're, like, they have some kind of power. So maybe. But then that being said, why didn't he hurt anybody? Maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe instead, because they said they dumped chemicals into the water, maybe the water, it got into their drinking water, and now everyone's, like, constantly, inebriated. You think that's possible? Maybe. That's weird. And there aren't really any other good, pictures, renditions of Mothman. I wish there were. There's the one I used for a thumbnail, but that was just from another movie. Is that one? There's the one that they talked about, but there's a new one, or not a new one. I don't know if it's an actual movie or what. Whoa. Oh my god, what the heck? But yeah, I'm always kind of interested on, like, cryptid stuff. I don't know. I remember, because I'm still looking for, like, work. I remember seeing an advertisement for a, paranormal investigator job. I think I did apply to it, but I don't think I heard anything back. I don't know, that might be fun. Just, like, going around using stuff like that to figure out if there's, like, ghosts or aliens or whatever. I think that'd be kind of fun. And the Mothman Festival looks kind of fun. It said they have Mothman pancakes, which I would like to try. But oh well, that's all I have for today. Unless you guys want to watch, because was it the Five Nights at Freddy's movie trailer #2 came out. And I was thinking about watching that on stream. I don't know, do you guys want to watch that with me as well? If not, I'll end it today a little short, a little early. Do you think Mothman would smell too? Do moths smell bad? Probably. I haven't smelled a moth or any kind of bug, especially none that fly. Oh well, I guess I'll be attentive for today. I'll see you guys. Oh yeah, you do want to watch it? Sure. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's watch the FNAF movie trailer too. Hopefully there's no ads. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there are ads, but I mean, it's only a 2-minute video. It's only a 2-minute video. Oh, what the heck? Whoa, what the heck? Wait, why are they doing all this stuff? Is this the main group? Or is this like a flashback scene about why they needed security guard? What are they doing? Oh. No, it's behind him. It's Chica! Wait, is this CG or is this a real prop? Because I could believe either. It kind of, well, it looks more CG-ish, but they did show that they, like, made the real suits and stuff.
I have a job for you. Piece of cake, really. Give me your hand. It's a security gig.
Hello? Welcome to
Wait, who is she anyways? That little girl. I don't remember her in any of the lore videos that I've seen. Is she a new character?
Freddy's. Have you met them yet?
Met who?
Foxy, Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy. Back in the 80s, some kids went missing.
Oh, snap.
That's why
Whoa. Wait, does he get a flashback and he sees them actually die?
the place shut down. The police searched Freddy's.
Hey!
They never found the kids.
What the heck?
How tall is Freddy? What? Oh my god! Oh, never mind. I thought they were gonna bite down on her head.
Ghost children possessing giant robots. Tell me how to stop them.
You don't. It's too late. He's coming.
Oh snap! Is that Golden Bonnie? Oh my god. Five Nights at Freddy's. What the heck? Wow. Story is most likely being its own thing. I don't know if I'm gonna actually watch it though, if I'm being honest. To be honest, I just care about like the memes. That's why I'm like moderately interested about it and stuff. But oh well. I guess that'll be it for today. Ain't nothing else much to talk about. Alright, but thank you guys for joining me. I know that this is not everyone's cup of tea. So, but I appreciate it anyways. Still trying to figure out how I want to do this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna take a break tomorrow, and then we'll be back on Friday, and we'll finish up Devil May Cry. All right, I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.